everybody and welcome to an Outside Lives Christmas Foodies special. Myself and Lucy are going to be doing all the preparation for a Christmas feast over the next sort of 24 hours. And we're going to talk through some plant-based recipes, and we're going to be using some of our own creations. We're going to be inspired by some of the recipes in Bish Bosh Bosh. Because they have a whole Christmas section in here. We're going to be cooking things from scratch, and we're also going to be using some meat substitutes as well. So it should give people like a good idea of some of the things they could do on Christmas if they're cooking for, if they're wanting to do a full plant-based feast, or just do plant-based for some people who are sitting around the table. So that's what we're going to do. We're also going to talk about some of our top tips. So me and myself, it's my birthday on Christmas Day. So I think over the last sort of 10 years of cooking for large family gatherings of normally about 14 people on Christmas Day, I've got it down really, really well in respect of how to avoid spending my entire day in the kitchen, because I really don't want to be doing that on my birthday. So I do loads of preparation beforehand. So we want to give you some ideas on sorts of things that you can do beforehand, how you can best utilise your freezer, and make sure that on Christmas you can spend it doing the important things, which is spending time with your family. So it'll be myself and Lucy cooking today. We've got our three helpers, Fred, Maggie and Bertie here with us as well. So they'll be no doubt getting under our feet as we do some cooking. Just to talk about something really important, from a COVID perspective, we're taking a lot of precautions today. We've completed all of our risk assessments, and we're following all of the rules and guidelines in respect of preparing food and being in a working environment. We're going to be, just to give you some idea, this will be my preparation area and my cooker here. Lucy's got her own preparation area and her own cooker, and this is the last time that you'll see me without a mask on, which she'll probably be grateful for. So yeah, if anybody wants any more information on the precautions that we've taken to make sure that we are COVID safe, by all means you can get in touch with us and we can provide risk assessments for that. But anyway, let's get cooking. Okay, and just to let you know the sorts of things that we're going to be cooking today, we're going to look at some roast potatoes. We're going to be doing some maple and thyme glazed parsnips and carrots. We're going to do a Christmas crisscross, which is a pastry based. That'll be the main part of the meal. We're going to do some red cabbage. We're going to look at some Brussels sprouts with maple mushrooms, which has got quite a nice smoky edge to it. We're going to be doing a sweet mash. There'll be peas served in our meal. You won't be seeing much of that. It is a case of opening some frozen peas and cooking them. We're going to do some sage and onion stuffing. We're going to make our own plant-based gravy. We're going to make a plant-based bread sauce, and we're going to do a no pigs in blankets as well. And for pudding, we're going to do what my family call lemon splosh, which I haven't had for years now, because it's always been a non-plant-based recipe. But there are some ingredients out now, which means it should be possible to create a plant-based version. So we're going to give that a go over the next 24 hours. If anybody's wondering what some of the odd noises are, our dogs are play fighting. There we go, there's a bit of a love affair going on there. So Christmas romance for you.
So first of all, we're going to be talking about our roast potatoes. How do you get the perfect roast potatoes, especially on Christmas Day? So obviously I'm peeling them. Peeling's great for the compost heap. So, Christmas Eve, best thing to do, potatoes. Stick them in a pan, parboil them. You won't look back. They'll be then ready for roasting on Christmas Day. A couple of other top tips: when you get your roast potatoes out, give them a shake in the pan. So once you drain the water, shake them in the pan, it will create loads of fluffy bits for the edges. So when you put them in your oil, into the oven, they should go nice and crispy. One other top tip for me always is put your roasting tin in your oven, heat your oil up. So when you put your potatoes in, the oil's really hot. And be careful, stand back, because sometimes the oil will splash around a lot. Another top tip is roast your potatoes for what, an hour and a half? Leave them in for half an hour before adding any of the garlic or any of the herbs and stuff, because otherwise that might burn.
So while Lucy cracks on with the potatoes, I'm going to be looking at the carrots and parsnips that we're going to be doing. So a few tips for you on cooking these as well. The first thing is just generally is I use these disposable baking trays at Christmas. You can recycle them, but for me, the reason why I use them is I only use them on Christmas. But I want to be spending my time celebrating my birthday and enjoying the time with my family and not scrubbing dirty pans. So it was a big pet hate for me on Christmas, and I use these, and it's great. So with the parsnips and the carrots, thank you, Freddie. We're going to peel parsnips and parboil them. In respect to the carrots, I use these small carrots. And I don't do anything with them at all. I don't peel them, nothing. They literally just go in the baking tray and get cooked. Again, when we're doing these, as Lucy said with the parsnips, as Lucy said with the potatoes, we cook these first, and normally in only the last sort of 20 minutes of cooking will I add any glaze and things like that again, because it's just to stop it burning. But yeah, that's what I do with these. So I'm going to get cracking on peeling the parsnips and getting those parboiled along with the potatoes.
Potatoes are on there parboiling, so into that very same water will go our carrots and our parsnips, saves on the washing up, and then we'll leave them to boil for a few minutes, drain them, give them the shake, and then stick them in the fridge ready for tomorrow. Stick them in the baking tray ready for tomorrow.
So I always like to have some mash with Christmas dinner, and I normally do some sort of root vegetable mash, and it varies from year to year whether it's swede, carrots or butternut squash. I've chosen swede to do this time just because we've got a maple glaze on the parsnips and the carrots, so there's quite a sweet vibe going in there, so I didn't really want the sweet potato or butternut squash mash. So we're going to go with good old-fashioned swede, which has got that really nice sort of savoury flavour. So what I'm going to do is just dice this up, boil it till it's soft. Once it's soft, mash it up with lots of pepper, bit of salt and some plant-based spread. Now, I would typically do this well in advance of Christmas. What I tend to do is make my mash, pop it in one of these containers. Again, use it from a takeaway if you want to reuse it. These are some that these are new actually, but it would normally be one that I've used before. And I do the mash, I pop it in here, and it goes straight in my freezer. And then all I need to do on Christmas Eve is bring this out to defrost. And on Christmas Day, it just needs warming through, and I can just put it in the oven to warm through. I don't have to worry about anything then. It's done well in advance. And there's going to be a few things like this that we can give you some ideas on in respect of utilising the freezer and just defrosting on the day. There are some things that I think you have to do on the day because of the taste, but the mash doesn't make any difference from as far as I'm concerned in respect to the taste. So it's a good one to get done well in advance.
So I'm just doing the sprouts. I cut off the top and put a slice down the centre so they cook well. I'm doing it, and make sure I do these again on Christmas Eve, saves on time on the day. And then just going to slice the mushrooms. These are maple mushrooms, bought from Tesco's. Again, just slice them up.